Our next speaker is Jon Oberheide of Duo Security, who will talk about diversity by design. Jon, more commonly known as Jono, is the co-founder and CTO of Duo Security, and he's also landed on Forbes 30 Under 30 list for his Android security research. So help me welcome Jono to the stage. All right.
All right, thank you guys for having me here. I'm Jon Oberheide, co-founder and CTO at Duo Security. At Duo Security, we are trying to solve one of the largest problems, according to our investors, on a geopolitical scale. And what I mean by that is cybersecurity. So you guys see all the breaches in the headlines. Seems like every company in the modern day is subject to attack and data breach. And in reality, it's not such a complicated thing. You see the headlines. It's about nation states, foreign intelligence services that are breaking into our companies. North Korea's hacking Sony. Russia's hacking the US election. In reality, these are very simple attacks. If you're on the internet and you can send an email, you can break into any organization out there. And this is enabled through very simple attacks like phishing. So I send you an email, you click on a link, and you give me your username and password. I can social engineer you into giving up your password and then gain access to your organization. That's how easy it is. It's not a complicated, sophisticated thing. And imagine like there's a screenshot of the exact email that was sent to John Podesta, the head of the DNC. And that email said, hey, you need to reset your password. Please log in to reset your password. And he did that, and it was actually a Russian-controlled phishing attack that allowed them to break into the DNC, steal all the emails, dump them out on the internet, and essentially change the narrative of the US election and have an impact that was much larger than any kind of cyber attack that we've seen in the past. So at Duo, when we started off, we had a mission of democratizing security. Nowadays, we might be doing more of securing democracy. But we wanted to take the advanced security technology that literally only the 1% or the 0.001% of organizations could afford to buy, afford to deploy, and operationalize. So it's great following Lon's presentation, because Arbor sold to that 0.001% of global carriers, large financials, and yet we saw these attacks facing organizations of all shapes and sizes. So that's what we chose to go after. We were not building security for machines or networks or infrastructure, but we were building security for people, because they were the ones who were being tricked. They were the entry point into all these organizations. So in the past 7.5 years, we've experienced a lot of growth. We started the company in 2009 in Ann Arbor here. At the end of last year, it was kind of the culmination of 3 or 4 years of doubling the size of our team, tripling our revenue, oftentimes quadrupling the number of customers. Now we serve over 9,000 customers, again, all shapes and sizes, all markets, all verticals, both domestic and international, and have, at the end of last year, crossed a big milestone of over $70 million in recurring revenue, and now over 400 employees here, mostly in our Ann Arbor headquarters. So, and at the same time, we decided to build a different kind of business here in Ann Arbor. We've raised money from the Valley, but we don't adopt all those same principles. So while achieving, really spectacular growth, we've also been very efficient in how we operate. We're building a different kind of business, one that actually likes to make money, which may be foreign to, some of the companies out in the Valley. But one of the things that we're most proud of our 9,000 customers is they actually have a lot of love for us. And it's a really surreal experience when you're maybe walking down Market Street in San Francisco with a Duo track jacket. People will come up, take out their phone, point at our Duo app, and say, I love you guys. And we're an IT security product. That's really weird to have that kind of love and support from our customers. Our favorite stat from our customer base is we have a net promoter score. It's a way of measuring customer satisfaction. And it's a 70. Apple, one of the most loved brands in history, is a 67. And our competitors are at a 6. So in our space, not sucking is enough to win. but we like to set a little bit of a higher bar. So to kind of quickly wrap up here, our company has grown pretty rapidly. Most of the team here is in Ann Arbor, Michigan, just downtown, a few blocks from here. But we also have offices in San Mateo, Austin, London, as well as a good population of remote employees. I'm a big supporter of the tech community here. We like to not only send our employees out to talk about technology and startups in the community, but also bring the community into our building. If you guys have events you'd like to host, we have open doors for allowing more to happen in the tech community, and particularly here in downtown Ann Arbor. So please come take a look at our office, come meet our team, learn more about the company. And we also have a trolley stop, I believe, on the tech track. I'm not sure what that means, but I think you can ride a trolley through some of the different areas of the tech track. So hope you come out. Thanks so much.
So, somebody read that the tech startups here have doubled the national survival rate of other startups. Why do you think Ann Arbor has been so successful with new venture longevity?
I think that ties back to, we blame it on kind of the Midwest work ethic. It's kind of the blue collar startup versus, maybe the highly disruptive, highly inefficient model of the Valley. And, that's something that we take to heart. It's also something that you can build a much more kind of sustainable, diverse organization in a place like the Midwest, in a place like Michigan, particularly in a place like Ann Arbor. And that's kind of been our guiding principle in terms of finding different paths to success. And in order to do that, you need a very diverse workforce, people with different perspectives to find kind of the path that others haven't taken. It's kind of the hacker ethos of finding the subversive or less traveled route to success. And I think that's something that comes through not only in our culture at Duo, but also I think in the broader kind of learning culture of Ann Arbor.
Cool. Thanks, John. Good. Just to kind of build on his answer, because we have an opportunity to look across all the companies. One of the things that we know is that the burn rate in Ann Arbor is much less than it is on the coast. So if you have a longer runway, that sometimes will help that survivability or longevity question. And it's one of the things that we tell startups from other places in the country that you need to think about coming here because it's high quality of life, and you can afford housing. Commutes are not like they are in the Valley. And so that I think contributes to that answer.